We got two.
Welcome to the Town of Belgrade, planning board meeting, December 2025. It is 6 p.m. We're gonna call the meeting to order. Tonight with us, we have Mrs. Penny Morale, Mr. Richard Baker, Mr. Nick Sakara, Mr. George Seal, Mr. Craig Alexander, Mr. Hans Rasmussen, our CEO, and myself, Sarah Langet. So with that, I'm gonna ask the audience to introduce themselves.
Hi, Doug Frame from Golden Pond. And I have, my clients are on Zoom, I believe, Hallie and Chip Smith.
Right.
Adam Ellis, I'm here for the Cluley subdivision.
All right, thank you so very much. So, that said, we're gonna proceed with the first, order of business in the agenda. And this, the application for the Cooley subdivision. That subdivision is located in Booker Road. It's map 17, lot 17G, and the purpose is a subdivision preliminary. And with that, I will give you the floor.
Are we still at the preliminary phase in this?
I believe so, I don't think that was completed.
That's, so on Zoom, before we keep going here, on Zoom we have, can you introduce yourself, please? That's your client?
Yeah.
On Zoom? Right there in the picture?
No, that's mine.
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had an issue, another person attending the meeting. Can you please introduce yourself for the audience? I don't think you can hear me.
Doug introduced him, Charlie.
I'm sorry, you're talking to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
can you please introduce yourself?
Are you talking to me, Hallie Smith? Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear very well. So I'm Hallie Smith, and we are the ones who have the project with Doug Frame at 172 Sayagian.
Thank you so very much.
What was the first name?
Hallie.
Hallie,
Hallie.
and my husband Carl will be here in 2 seconds.
Smith?
So, that said, thank you. I give the floor to, I lost your name here for a second.
Adam.
Adam.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Adam and Alice. So, go for it.
Okay, last time we were here, everything was okay, except we ran into an issue with a deer wintering area. Which is why we haven't been around for a couple of months, because it took a while to get them out there. Has everyone seen the letter that we got back from them?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, so basically they just said, yep, that looks fine to us, so. It was just, the only part of it was just a tiny little piece down in the southwest corner of lot 1.
Mhm.
And they hadn't done anything down there anyway, so.
Yeah, I was a little confused by some of the information we've been provided, because it seemed like different maps showed the extent to which the deer wintering area is in the subdivision or not in the subdivision differently.
Oh, I just went off the one that was on the town, yeah.
So I'm not sure how to interpret this. Is the yellow the subdivision?
No, so, yes, yep, the yellow is the subdivision, so it's just that little tiny corner right there is the only part that the green went over.
Oh, okay.
Everything
So
else.
the rest of it's undeveloped.
Right.
Look at this map, that's.
Yeah.
DEP used.
Yeah, I looked at that as well, and I couldn't get my references. I couldn't get oriented correctly in terms of what, and where the subdivision was,
This one shows the Cooley's entire lot, but the subdivision portion is over here on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because I interpreted this in the project footprint as being entirely inside the deer wintering area.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that was the case from
No.
looking at the beginning with habitat mapping.
Yeah, and with that second letter about, delay in response was because after the first report came, I read it and they talked about no tree cutting in the subdivision area. And there had been tree cutting, so I followed up with them to make sure that they were aware of the timbering operation, that was the harvesting was going on. And according to that letter, you can see she said that they don't regulate timber harvesting. So
Right, so
It's
timber
outside.
harvesting is not part of the subdivision.
Exactly.
That's on an adjoining parcel.
Right.
Yeah.
but now we have them documenting the clarity there that there's no harm in foul.
I mean, I know that they do, as the letter state or your last exchange with them on response states, they do offer recommendations. They did so for my neighbor on how he could cut in the deer wintering area without, basically ruining it. But
Yeah,
anyway, that's we don't have any jurisdiction over that.
right. And Vicky had spoken about making a new lot out back, and I think it's gonna be possible.
Yeah.
Or she had spoken about a couple, when we were here probably in September, October, how she wanted to move down to the back and put a new lot out and build a house out there.
So that was
Ourselves.
Yeah,
at that point then would be in the deer wintering.
right.
But that's outside subdivision because it's hers, she owns it.
Right. So, yeah, well, that was the thing, is she wanted to create a lot just for that house and then sell the rest.
And then sell the rest.
Yeah. No, she's reaching up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why don't we get through this first?
right, exactly, yep. So yeah, the only thing we really needed to do was, we had it originally listed as a 4-lot subdivision, it's just a 3-lot, but I think everything else, nothing really changed. That was the only hurdle that we had come across, so.
And the other new information that we've been provided that I don't recall from last time, this is request for waivers.
I believe you had.
I think we sent those, yeah.
Oh, is that, was
Yeah.
that,
Those were turned in the last meeting, I think, everything that we,
Yeah, we've been through. that.
yeah.
okay, I didn't recall that.
I know, well, it's been a while, you've had a lot of meetings since then, so.
Well, there may be other reasons too. I just can't remember what day of the week it is.
Yeah.
That's where retirement is on, isn't it? All right,
So I guess that's where we stand.
okay. So we have to vote for completeness in the application, just here.
I'm sorry.
We have to vote for completeness in the application now.
Well, we need to go through the list of submissions for or did we do that last time? And this was the only outstanding thing. Maybe
As far as I
maybe
know,
that's-
that's the only
maybe
outstanding
that's-
thing
we
left.
got that.
We just had to get approved, we had to get something from DEP or inland fisheries, just saying.
Yeah, no, there actually is no vote of completeness. I think that's what we've done though, as a matter of documentation, so that because the preliminary plan has to be complete before we want the viewing the final plan. And so, I would recommend myself, I think procedurally, I think would be a smart thing for documentation purposes that ensure that we're all in agreement that we have everything we need court to ordinance for the under the preliminary selection.
So we need to get a motion and a vote for that?
Yeah, in fact, I'll make a motion to that effect that we have all the information needed for the preliminary plan and we approved the waiver request at last time.
Believe so, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I'll make a motion then that the preliminary plan.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, so we got a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? Now, I wonder if we only the 4 of us gonna vote tonight. Sergeant is doing it.
Well,
Should we take it, should we take in an alternate?
Yeah.
Tiebreaker for a tiebreaker.
before, right?
I was here for at least one.
Yeah.
I know they've been here.
Yeah.
I think I've been here for two meetings.
Yeah, we need a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
You good with that, Mr. Morel?
I'm sorry,
Are you good with that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, good. Making sure,
Oh, yeah.
keep the client happy. Right, so, then we're gonna proceed to vote.
We got one question.
Oh,
We vote to say it's complete. Do we continue it tonight or do we have to have a public hearing or public meeting before we move any further?
We don't have to have a public hearing. We could have a public hearing if we wanted to. I personally don't see where it's necessary, but
Yeah, thank you.
right. So let's proceed with the voting. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Pizarro,
Yes.
Mr. Shield,
yes.
Mr. Alexander. And me on this 5 yeses, no nos, and the motion carries. Welcome.
Hey. A little bit late, huh?
Yeah, that's okay. We just went through. We just went through the preliminary subdivision approval for the Cluley subdivision. Alright, so we determined that the preliminaries completed. And we were not sure what was going on, so we took Mr. Baker to be part of the 5 to vote. So probably we should keep Mr. Baker for that. Is you okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna go on to do the findings of fact and conclusion of law for the subdivision final approval. All right.
Sir, I have a question if I may. Have the corner, the lot, monuments been put
Yeah.
They're in place?
Yeah, those were at least 2 years ago, so.
Yeah, I assume so, but,
Yeah.
it's something that comes up.
Oh,
in the
absolutely,
final, and it's not for some reason in the preliminary, which we would think would be, but.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
All right. So. Any other questions? Go
I
ahead,
got one question.
please.
Under the Deer Winter Yard map, a portion of it is shown as being in there. Do we put a condition or would we put a condition on in the end that the cutting not be taking place in that corner?
I don't know what the DEP says.
Isn't that, yeah, I think we. Isn't that?
Well, as I understand it,
If they don't regulate it.
yeah, that, that there's minimal impact and. Hans, maybe you better just, because you're the one that's had all the communications with Fish and Wildlife.
So should we put that as a condition of approval in the findings of facts or refer?
Well, DEP said, we understand you are proposing a 4-lot subdivision and will not be clearing any trees within the deer wintering area that overlaps with a portion of lot 1. So that was their assumption on the disapproval of this letter, so I would think.
So, yeah, so.
Lot 1
Okay, we'll put that as condition of approval.
on the deer wintering area.
Yeah.
They don't clear any trees with deer wintering area.
Yeah.
So,
Everybody's good with that?
Yeah.
All right. So, findings of facts and conclusion of law for subdivision final plan approval in the town of Belgrade subdivision ordinance. These findings of fact and conclusion of law were developed in conjunction with the consideration of the permit application and the public record. Finding of facts, this is a major subdivision or minor subdivision?
thank you.
It's a major.
Yeah, because of the size.
Yeah.
I thought we started with the being in minor, isn't it?
Well,
We had a discussion about.
yeah, it's because of the size of the lots, it's greater than 7 acres, so it had to be a major.
Applicant name is Vicky Cooley. Applicant's mailing address is 15 Booker Drive, Belgrade. Subdivision name, Cooley subdivision. Date of application was September 4th this year. Number of lots created is 3. Was written waiver request submitted? Yes. Cite the ordinance sections for which waivers are approved, if any. So. So we have for source and control plan, which ordinance sections there.
The yards of subdivision already.
I can just scan it and compare it.
Looking for some.
I'm looking for the
Yeah,
The section of the ordinance.
I'm sorry.
For the waivers,
waivers.
phosphorus control plan.
You have to cite the ordinance sections. For those waivers.
Speak up. This is interesting.
Okay, so on page 32. It's section 3, Y.
Section 3. One. Page 32. A hydrogeologic assessment. Which page is that? A section.
Waivers are also covered by Article 17 on page 94. And
Article 17.
yeah, and one of the aspects of that may be a little bit, but maybe somewhat problematic is waivers have to be shown on the final plan that we grant. So,
Like, but the main under the conditions,
They have to be printed out on.
they have to use it on mine.
The hydrological assessment prepared by main certified geologist. There's section 4, D. Page 33.
Thank you. Now soil erosion and sedimentation control plan.
What was 33, Craig? What,
Yeah, page 33 on the hydrological.
Section 4D.
oh, D, okay,
4D.
4D.
Chapter 500, right?
And so that's, page 32. Section 3. That's.
Thank you. Disposal of surface drainage waters to allow flow. To follow flow of land along with ditches and culverts along with the constructed road. Flowing to the lower portion of the property. Away from above pond. Road. Surface drainage waters.
I don't know why, what's that for a waiver?
I don't know, it says disposal of surface drainage waters,
Stormwater.
stormwater.
Should probably update that. Check what's there.
Stormwater management plan on page 33. Section 4A.
Thank you. Traffic study,
34. Paragraph.
section 4,
4EN.
that's it. We'll strive with them and we have all the sections for it. So I'm gonna add this page. To the final of fact. So I have it all, so everything down in sections already. That works,
Have it in print, means so we don't have to look it up every time.
yeah,
Should probably should be written as under the conditions of approval, or the, I mean, with that. Or, you know, see attached to make a reference to
okay,
it, and then Adam's gonna have to take it and have it put onto another. Plan, which you'll sign in the future.
So there isn't a place,
it's right, this space here, I
okay,
usually being lazy. But I can write it down, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me in that.
Well, we can. Do that after the meeting, because Adam needs to, well, Adam needs to take.
So you could just email it to me, do you wanna just email it to
You
me?
can take a picture of this,
That's exactly what you wanna have on the plan?
yeah,
Yeah, the way it's worded, I'll go make a copy,
Oh, thank you for that.
and we'll finish here and then sign this completed plan, we brings it back in the future.
alright. Thank you. Right, so, so it says here that side, ordinance section for waivers are approved. And this, it asks for the rationale of the board for the waiver approvals or denials. All the waivers are approved. But we have to give, rationale for that. In this section,
well, the rationale is provided in the request.
okay? So I'm gonna place that right here.
Need be, you just say see attached waiver request.
Right. Set, we'll move on to. Conclusions of law. Based on the application materials, testimony, statements, evidence, documents, and other materials submitted to it. And the above finding of fact, the Belgrade Planning Board concludes based on the applicable performance, design, construction, and other standards. Of the ordinance and the ordinance statutory review of criteria of Title 30A MRSA 4,404 and Article 1, Section 2 of the ordinance, that if the proposed subdivision A, pollution, will not result in undue water pollution, air pollution. So based on PRAS, which is public record and submittals are now called PRAS. So we're gonna vote on that. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Sakara, Mr. Seal,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander. So it's 5 yeses, 0 no's. Passes. Right. Sufficient water, sufficient water available for the reasonable foreseeable needs of the subdivision. The board, based on PRAS, will vote. And Mr. Baker.
Yeah.
Mr. Zakara.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander. And Mr. Longet is 5 yeses, 0 no's. Municipal water supply will not cause an unreasonable burden on an existing municipal drinking water supply. I think that's NA, isn't it?
Correct.
So that would be NA. We don't have to vote on that. Erosion will not cause unreasonable soil erosion or reduction in the capacity of land to hold water so that it dangerous or unhealthy conditions results. So based on PRAS, we're gonna vote. Mr. Baker,
Yes, will not.
Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Do we vote on this since we waived it?
Oh, interesting.
Waived the requirement for a soil erosion control plan.
We did.
Still,
So based on PRS,
Still not gonna.
it's not gonna do anything.
right, we're still gonna, if we waive that, we gotta say that it's not.
It's not gonna happen, right.
Yes.
Right. Thank you for the question, Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
So Ms. Erlang is a yes too, so it's 5 yeses, 0 no's. So I'm gonna note here that waiver was submitted. Right, traffic will not cause unreasonable highway or public road congestion or unsafe conditions with respect to the use of highways or public roads, existing or proposed, and if the proposed subdivision requires driveways or entrance onto a state or state aid highway, the main requirement of transportation has provided documentation indicating that the driveways or entrances conform to Title 23, Section 704, and any rules adopted under that section. Based on PRAS, the board is gonna vote. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
and Mr. Langet is 5 in favor, none opposed. I'm sorry.
He's
I
good.
get it.
He's good for a yes.
So Mr. Alexander,
Yeah,
so it's 5 in favor, none opposed. Thank you.
4 plus 1 more.
Yeah. So, sewage disposal will provide for adequate sewage waste disposal and not cause an unreasonable burden on municipal services if they are utilized. Based on PRAS, the board will vote. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Carr,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
And Mr. Longoria, 5 in favor, not opposed. Municipal solid waste disposal will not cause an unreasonable burden on municipal ability to dispose of solid waste if municipal services are to be utilized. Based on PRAS, we're gonna vote. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Asakar.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
and Mr. Longoria is 5 in favor, none opposed. Aesthetics, cultural, and natural values will not have an undue adverse effect on the scene and natural beauty of the area. Aesthetics, historic sites, fisheries, wildlife, or the municipality. Or rare and irreplaceable natural areas or any public sites for physical and or visual access to the shoreline. We're gonna vote. Mr. Baker,
Yes, with the condition
okay,
that there be no cutting in the area shown on the main Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife document for 15 Booker Road subdivision Belgrade project ID 9656 on dated 11/6/2025. Essentially, I'm referencing this.
So I'm still confused about this because we have maps that conflict with one another. Hans just submitted, gave us something that's different than this. Which it came with Inland Fish and Wildlife's comments.
There was just a corner of that one lot.
Right, yeah, but that's not what this shows.
You mean that's different than this one?
Yeah, this shows the entire project inside.
I thought,
Orange is project footprint. Red is the red is the deer winter area. Or is this deer winter area?
you were
I think that-
here,
Okay, all right,
Okay.
so, okay,
Oh, yeah,
so
so
this is just the
Yeah.
corner we're talking about.
Right, so that's the search area with the dash lines and the red is the actual.
Okay, all right,
Since we have to have another plan anyway, would you like me to show that little corner of the lot on lot 1? That is in the deer winter
That-
area?
very nice.
And
Yeah,
I'll
that
just
would-
label that,
that would
that way
just-
we don't have to.
yeah, right.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
So I take it you're a yes on.
Yes.
I'll just put a little note right on the plan, right at that section, just
Yeah,
so,
that'd be
no
great.
cutting here. Basically.
So I noted, your commission. Please for this night,
Yep, okay.
right? So, Mr. Sparrow,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes,
Mr. Alexander, and Mr. Longoria is 5 in favor, none opposed. Alright. Conformity with local ordinances and plans. And it is in conformance with duly adopted comprehensive plan, development plan, or land use plan, if any. Based on PRAS, the board is gonna vote. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Zakar.
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
yes,
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
And Mr. Longoria is 5 in favor, none opposed. Financial and technical capacity, applicant has adequate financial and technical capacity to meet the review criteria of the ordinance. Based on PRAS, the board is gonna vote. Mr. Baker, Mr. Zakar.
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
yes,
Mr. Alexander.
Yeah.
So it's 5 and Ms. Sarang is yes, so it's 5 in favor, none opposed. Surface water outstanding river segments will not, whenever situated entirely or partially within the watershed of any pond or lake, or within 250 feet of any wetland, great pond, river, as defined in Title 38, sections 435 through 490, adversely or unreasonably affect the shoreline of such body waters. So, we're still close there. So based on PRAS, we're gonna be voting. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
and Mr. Langes, 5 yeses, 0 noes. Groundwater will not allow or in conjunction with existing activities adversely affect the quality and quantity of groundwater. The board is gonna vote based on PRAS. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Carl,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander, and Mr. Langes, 5 in favor, no opposed. Flood areas. Based on Federal Emergency Management Agency flood boundary and floodway maps and flood insurance rate maps and information presented by the applicant, the subdivision, and any part of it is in a prone area, and the answer is no to that.
Correct.
He provided a note to that effect. So if the because there's no, we don't have to, if the subdivision or any part of it is in such area,
We have to vote that it is in fact no,
okay. So,
and then the rest of it would be not applicable.
okay, so they, no, so, okay. So let me read this one, just for the record. And the applicant shall determine the 100-year flood elevation and floods hazard boundaries within the subdivision. The proposed subdivision or project plan must include a conditional plan approval requiring that principal structures in the subdivision will not be constructed within the lowest floor, including basement, and at least 1 foot above the 100 flood elevation. This provision has been met. So based on PRAS, that condition has been met. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes, but we need to go back and
To the no.
vote on the first item for back with this.
okay,
We're taking it a little out of order.
I'm sorry. I didn't pick
Don't
that up.
forget, Craig.
Okay, Mr. Alexander
Yes.
and Mr. Angus is 5 in favor. For a yes and not opposed. And then we have to go back to,
Whether or not it's in the floodplain.
so we said that it's not in the, floodplain, and we're gonna vote on that. Mr. Baker.
Yes, it is not in the floodplain.
Thank you.
Actually, it's the other way around, sir. Is in a floodplain. Yes or no? And the answer is no.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it is not in the floodplain.
All right,
Yes, no, it.
Yes, no, right?
Yeah.
so no, it is not in the floodplain. Mr. Zakara,
No.
Mr. Seal,
No.
Mr. Alexander.
No, it's not. Yes, it's not in the floodplain.
So I hear 5 no's.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, and 0 yeses for it, that is saying that is not in the floodplain. All right. Freshwater wetlands. All freshwater wetlands within the proposed subdivision has been identified in any maps submitted as part of the application regardless of the size of the wetlands. Based on PRAS,
Not applicable.
that's not applicable. Next, farmland. All farmland within the proposed subdivision has been identified on maps submitted as part of the subdivision, that's NA. River, streams and brooks. Any river, stream and brook within or abutting the proposed subdivision have been identified on the maps submitted as part of the application, and that's NA as well. It's NA,
That's an.
Yeah, look at most just say, yeah, it's, we have Cold Brook now,
well,
that's not that about.
That's not in the subdivision.
Yeah,
is it?
in subdivision.
Subdivision,
No.
that's not in, I'm good.
all right, thank you. So then stormwater. The proposed subdivision will provide adequate stormwater management. And that's a waiver. Stormwater management. Is that right?
Well, isn't this just like the soil erosion control
We're gonna
question?
vote for it.
Yeah,
So we're gonna say that, the answer is no. Okay, we're gonna vote. The proposed subdivision will provide inadequate stormwater management. The answer is no, based on PRAS, and because we have a waiver.
Yeah, we're,
If it's
still
still
gonna,
gonna,
yeah,
yeah, it's still gonna be yes, right?
So it's gonna be yes. So
Well,
stormwater, this is the way it reads, stormwater. The proposed subdivision will provide for adequate stormwater management.
yeah.
yes.
we planned, but we're still including that it's not gonna be an
Yeah.
issue.
Right,
So I'm gonna say then that
only 4 houses on the back spot.
the storm. Water. Management. Plan. Has been waived. Okay, so we're gonna vote. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes,
Mr. Alexander,
Yes,
and Ms. Sarangers, 5 in favor, none opposed. All right, spaghetti lots prohibited. One or more lots in the proposed subdivision have frontage on a river, stream, brook, or great pond. And that's enough. Okay. We have to vote on that one. Mr. Seal, and that's another question. The same item.
yeah, I don't know that we need to do that particular one, but the next one we do.
One or more lots proposed within the subdivision qualifies as a proposed spaghetti lot by having a lot depth to shore frontage ratio greater than 5:1. And that's a no, isn't it?
None of these are spaghetti lots,
So we're gonna vote on that.
correct?
So Mr. Baker,
No.
Mr. Sakara.
No.
Mr. Seal,
No,
Mr. Alexander.
no,
And me, Sarah, is no, so it's 5 no's, 0 yes. And then. Yeah, yes. Right. 6 out of 8, we're almost there. Lake phosphorus concentration. Long-term cumulative effects of the proposed subdivision will not unreasonably increase a great response phosphorus concentration during the construction phase or the lifetime of the proposed subdivision. So the answer is that yes, that it will not, based on PRAS. But we accepted a waiver for this, didn't we? A waiver. Was accepted. So now we're gonna vote, Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes,
Mr. Alexander, and Ms. Hernandez is 5 in favor, none opposed. Impact on adjoining municipality. For any proposed subdivision that crosses municipal boundaries, the subdivision will not cause unreasonable traffic congestion and unsafe conditions with respect to the use of existing public ways in an adjoining municipality in which part of the subdivision is located in the act. That is NA. Alright? Next one is land subject to liquidation harvesting. Timber harvesting has been conducted on the parcel being subdivided in 5 years prior to the day of subdivision application was submitted. And the answer is no. You have to vote on that,
I don't believe so.
okay? Number 2. Less than 5 years have been elapsed since the purchase date by the landowner on the whose ownership timber harvesting occurred and the subdivision application submission. So that's NA. Correct?
Or no.
Or a no? I said no.
Yeah, that would be no.
No, thank you. The Bureau of Forestry or a Maine professional forester license pursuant to Title 32, Chapter 76, have provided written finding and determination to the planning board that timber harvesting on the parcel being subdivided was conducted in violation of the Maine Bureau of Forestry timber harvesting rules regarding liquidation harvesting adopted on the Title 12 MRSA Section 8869. And the answer to that is no. Okay, to vote on those.
Actually, that's NA, and that's one we should vote on, because it's sort of the conclusion that there hasn't been liquidation harvesting that will prevent it from being subdivided. So I would recommend that we vote on NA.
Okay. So it's not that it did not happen, but it's not applicable.
Yeah, it's not applicable because there was no liquidation harvesting,
Okay,
because subdivided was conducted in violation of Maine Bureau of Forestry's timber harvesting rules. I think we need to be on public record to indicate that that
Okay.
was not the case.
so we're gonna vote on this. Mr. Baker,
Yes. Or is it no?
well, we'll say that.
NA, vote NA.
Yes, it's NA.
Yes, hey, that's.
So we're voting that there was not timber harvesting or
Well, voting
liquidation.
that, yeah, it's not applicable.
Yeah.
Vote.
We're voting that it's not applicable.
Yes,
Okay.
that was right.
Let me probably this here.
That's the first time we've ever voted on NA. But I'm,
Yeah, it's a little awkward,
yeah,
for sure.
that's, vote on.
Okay. Mr. Baker says yes.
Yes.
Mr. Carr. Ms. Steele.
Yep.
Mr. Alexander. And Ms. Sarah is 5 yeses on being NA, 0 no's. 7 out of 8.
0 yeses, 0
Therefore, the town of Belgrade Planning Board approves the subject to the following conditions of the application of Vicky Cooley. See. Application of Vicky Moving. And subdivision, Rowley subdivision. As determined by the findings of facts above. Or therefore the town of Broadway, okay, no. So, we're gonna vote on approval of the whole thing. All right,
With the condition.
okay, so, the standards conditions of approval. You want me to read them? I should read them, I guess. These standard conditions of approval shall be listed in the final plan.
Oh, I was talking, I meant
Hit Rich.
the one that Rich
Yeah, Rich
proposed.
approved with the
The cutting on
cutting on that, and that small
Yeah,
parcel.
the project
West.
specific one.
And that is already recorded in the paperwork. With.
That'll go on the last page.
And it's right down.
There's your signature.
Okay. All right. So. With that condition, we are approving the whole, application and the findings of fact and conclusion of law. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander,
Yes,
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
and Mr. Arangis, so it's 5 in favor, none opposed.
Junior, I'm junior. You need to see a little bit.
Stop group, stop group. Here, so I'm gonna need that sheet. That you would put getting paid, copies plan. Thank you. So I'll be here. And H3.
still gonna write the conditions. right?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna need help with that. Mr. Baker,
Yes.
what condition again is,
Oh, we want me to repeat it?
yeah.
Penny will repeat it for him.
Yeah, no, I didn't write it down.
I will.
You must be on
It
that.
have to do with the not cutting showed,
No cutting on this subdivision that is shown.
so, no. No, forcing cutting, isn't it?
Of the portion of, no portion of the subdivision. Shall be cut. Or timber harvested. I'm not sure what it's, no cutting,
Of vegetation,
what's that?
of vegetation, yours.
Yeah, no cutting of that, that probably make it all not clear. No cutting of vegetation on the portion of the subdivision lot. As shown on the main Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife.
So far I have no portion of the subdivision should have cutting of vegetation.
Okay. On the on the map provided.
Okay,
By Maine DIF and W. I got a Maine Department of Inland Fisheries. and Wildlife.
DIF. And W. Okay, project ID 9656.
9656 is dated 11/6/2025. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to attach it right to the final approval.
Oh, yeah, I have it, right here.
Rich. Of no cutting portion of the subdivision timber harvesting, and then we changed it to no cutting of vegetation on a portion of the subdivision.
Yeah.
Do I scratch that?
Scratch that.
Any other conditions?
Yeah,
The other two, right, the standards?
we have to have a map showing provided to us. Is that a condition or?
Well, it's not a subdivision until the village provided me some.
Well, we approved it, so, so yes, we need to,
Registered.
he needs to provide a map with the waivers
Yes.
that we signed.
Oh, yeah,
And,
I don't know that that needs to be a condition, but. So that needs to be on the final plan according to the ordinance.
yeah,
The other two things that need to be on the final plan are the standard condition of approval that is part of this form that you will get. As well as the condition that we just approved, the project specific one.
and you were gonna
So-
draw that in,
So the second thing,
that's not a condition.
okay, so that's,
Yeah,
so we have the waivers, what was the second thing?
the two conditions of approval, one is a standard condition of approval that applies
Okay.
to all subdivisions, which. Sarah will read in a second for
Okay.
you, but it's part of this form of findings of fact law and law that you'll receive from Hans. And then the second was the condition that Rich just laid out.
And can I label that on the map with a note right beside it, is that acceptable to everyone?
Yeah,
If I just show that with the note right there and just say this. is the
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
So,
yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's just so that it's at the registry of deeds.
So the standard condition of approval is article 10.2. And this standard condition of approval shall be listed in the final plan to be recorded in the registry of deeds. The board approval of this subdivision is limited to that described in the application and depicted in the plan, in the final plan, and other application submissions. Except to the extent that the board has personally indicated in these findings, fact, and law that certain depictions may be revised by the applicant without further review and approval by the board, and changes to the application, final plan, and other supporting application submissions must be received prior to approval from the board, including but not limited to changes in the location of the structures, roads, parkings, vehicles, road entrance and exit, drinking water wells, wastewater disposal, stormwater management, and phosphorus analysis and control plans. That's number one. Number two, unless a waiver from a specific ordinance standard has been requested by the applicant in writing and approved by the board, submission is required to meet all applicable ordinances requirements. And with that, I'm gonna resign them.
So that's the wording we put right in the plan. Yeah, as well.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So the next two Thursdays are holidays. I can get this plan turned in by Monday. Will we just wait until the next meeting before we will sign it, or is it something that people can sign?
Be the second
And meetings are-
January.
The second Thursday in January, meeting.
Okay.
January 8th.
January eighth, okay,
That's already booked, but if you're just gonna show up and sign it,
just to sign
it'll
it.
be here in the gone in 10 minutes.
Okay, perfect, we can get on the, perfect.
So-
I'll bring those into you next week before Christmas. Cause it'll just take me,
Alright.
yes, if you'll just email me
I'm
that.
gonna copy right now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. All right. So. We're moving to The second item in our agenda tonight, and the applicant is Doug Frame of Pond for Carl Smith. Location is 172 Sahannon Road, map 29, lot 23. And the purpose is shoreline zone, remove patio and porch street. That give the floor to Mr. Frame.
Thanks for being here, for allowing me to present this. As I said earlier, Carl and Hallie are with us via Zoom. We are proposing to remove an existing hardscape patio that's 175 square feet and replace it with a screen porch that's actually 174 square feet. It's 12 feet by 14'6" wide. I believe you'll see in your packet, we have floor plan elevations and a site plan showing the existing patio and the proposed screen porch. The pond has a little more history about the patio, which was permitted initially. Yes, information that you file.
Mr. Seal.
Doug, could you explain what we're looking at in these photos? Cause
Sure.
I'd very much like to see a photo of the existing patio.
This is not this project. I'm not sure what project that is. Have you seen the review?
Right. Oh, okay, this is different than what we have.
Yeah, I mean, these are all the elevations.
No,
Right.
Next.
So let me tell you what I'm trying to figure out is. According to Hans figures, very close to the maximum allowed. Well, actually over the maximum allowed. Open canopy. And I'm just trying to figure out. Is there canopy over the area where the construction is gonna occur?
There is not.
There is not,
No.
okay, and it would be, I mean, photos are required as part of the application, so it would be good if we had photos to
Yep.
document that.
It's going right here in the front of the house, right?
Correct.
Yeah, where the walkway is, that double
Correct.
walkway, you know.
Where the walkway is now.
Yeah, I see it right there, right?
Because the Google Earth image.
Yeah.
Makes it look like there's canopy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the back, this is the back. So it's right here as the, that's the hardscape.
Yeah.
Area, it's going.
Don't go learning. The application says and relocate, is it gonna be in the same place?
No, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
He's got it right there on the
You
screen.
have to put the.
Yeah.
Right. So it's on the lake shore side, right?
Yeah.
And he's got it
So
right.
this is the hardscape area, right?
Yeah.
And so it's gonna go right there.
Right here is the existing patio screen.
Well, that's the patio.
Thank you.
That's the existing patio, and they're gonna, let's bump this up here.
And I assume.
No, I'm actually, isn't it gonna extend towards the
Now,
lake
right,
next to the patio?
Yeah,
We're
we're going
doing-
up.
Here's the lake. Here's
Yeah.
the patio.
Yeah.
It'll be over here in this corner of the house.
Oh, that's where it's going? Next to the house.
Oh, okay. So, according, this is not the lake shore side, this is the lake shore side?
This is
Sorry.
like,
Yeah, so,
This is,
no, that's,
that driveway's here. the
yeah,
driveway's-
that's what I thought, so it is extending towards the lake.
Yeah, and the patio, the existing patio, it goes out a little bit further.
Yeah.
Like a little bit closer there.
Yeah.
But then.
Bumping up towards the water, not-
Correct.
That's what they thought. But yeah, no, but that does help, even with that clarification, it's clear once you zoom in that there's no canopies there.
This image was from this past April, so these hardwoods you see here, they're not, there's no foliage on them yet, but you can see there's.
Right, yeah, but the proposed construction wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, we're not touching any vegetation at all.
Yeah, right, okay.
And the existing patio or whatever be revegetated with
Yes,
least grass?
yes,
Nothing.
permeable, yes.
Yeah.
We might need a condition to that effect, because I think.
I would expect that.
Yeah. Just not clearly laid out in the application, that's all. Did everybody pick up on the fact that these photos have nothing to do with this application?
Yeah, we'll see them in the next month.
Okay.
I just not happy.
Very rarely keep up with this one, I'm supposed to do them.
Don't do it.
Staple got away from you.
Yeah, so. We go to the copy machine and everybody gets them together.
Hey, Rich, there's no issue with this being more non-conforming, since it's in a different, slightly different location. I mean, it's the same.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say it's the same footprint, or actually it's slightly less. So it's a trade-off.
It's a trade-off. The only question I had in my mind was whether or not this patio is attached to the structure, or if it's not. If it's an accessory structure, not associated with the existing.
It is attached, it is connected.
Okay,
Yeah.
it would have to be relocated to the greatest practical extent.
Okay, but it's considered part of the
Yeah.
principal structure.
Structure, just move it from here to there.
Hey Doug, can I make one comment? The proposed structure actually will be closer to the house and further away from the lake, just because of it'll be the way it'll be positioned. So Doug, I don't know, you could probably point that out. It actually moves in towards, moves away from the lake towards the house by at least a foot or so, right?
No, like 4 feet.
Correct. Yeah.
That's what you're saying, it's gonna be revegetated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any additional questions?
The only question I have is not a question, but, and I think it comes down to why George had his question is, I didn't see anything in the application that actually showed where the new structure is gonna be. It may be there, but that was my concern when I was looking at the paperwork at home or on the structure.
Yeah, the patio's not there.
Patio's not there, is that what you mean patio?
Oh, yeah,
It's on-
okay.
It's on the site, it's on the site plan. This one shows both.
Okay, we just don't have that. Well, board members don't have it. You have it on the project file.
No, what are you saying?
Well, I mean, that's clarifies a lot, so that could be just.
Absolutely, yeah.
That is part of the application.
I have copies. You can that one.
By the way, Peter, you're on.
We're going to the bullpen.
Right, any further questions?
Right up. It is all warmed up.
So we're gonna go to the final facts and conclusion law.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Yes,
The architect, but they were in Portland?
Yes.
Dickinson?
yes.
Yeah, he used them quite a bit.
I haven't used them, Carl and, Chip and Hallie, connected me with them.
Oh,
Yeah, they're very talented.
Yeah.
Doing a great job.
I'm going to look.
Just bear with us for a second, it's, we need the paperwork where we're gonna keep, noting the votes for the findings of fact and conclusion of law. You have a hard time hearing me?
I think she's-
Yes, ma'am. I couldn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Okay, so just bear with us because Mr. Rasmussen is getting the paperwork where we're gonna be recording the votes on the finding of facts and conclusion of law. And this process takes something like 10 to 15 minutes and it's boring. So just bear with us.
Yeah, they've been listening. They've been.
Thank you.
Now, I
I
appreciate,
think they will.
we appreciate your patience.
For the record, right?
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah.
I told my husband this was gonna be a long meeting. Looks like it's not gonna be that much, right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
especially if we can put you in like 1.5, you know what I mean?
So I got a friend that recently told me that, communication wise, men and women are different. So she said to me, you gotta be very patient with men. I said, well, why so? I said, well, women, when we communicate, is like being in 5G all the time. It's constant, going, talking. We got, if we as a group of women, we dish out duties and everything gets moving quickly. So with men, what you gotta do is a different line, it's more like a fax line. So when you want them to do something, you set what you want and you wait. And then within 5 minutes, they will say, okay, honey, what is it that you want? And then you say it again.
It's a pager. Pager. Sometimes it's no service, I think. Though.
So I'm just giving it back to you, that's all.
No, there's a lot to read them. That page, those lists.
The to-do list.
Yeah. I've never seen that for you before. And she picked it up. Blackberry, you know, bigger. And a lot of soda and soda.
So that's like a mix of New England and the Caribbean, huh?
What's that? Oh, that, yeah, Blackberry mango, yeah. You should.
I'm sure he's still alive out there.
Think we'll get through all this old business stuff tonight?
Sorry?
You think we'll get through all this old business stuff tonight?
No, I'm not sure we'll even try.
Okay, here we go. So findings of facts and conclusion of law. Application for a shoreline permit. Applicant name is Hattie.
Hallie.
I have it here, it's HATTIE.
I'll fix it.
Okay,
Continue on, printing open.
Yeah, Carl, it's Hallett, but she goes by Hallie.
Pat.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You should have the deed there too, in the packet.
Yeah,
We did,
I was reading straight from this, it's all the time I've been just seeing Carl Smith. So we're gonna fix that here in the paperwork, and this print out, I just got. So it's Hallie and Carl Smith. And application address is 172 Sahan Road, and it's map 29 lot 23. Findings of fact,
Thank you.
and this is a lot of, as I mentioned, Carl and Hallie, this is a lot of reading and it's very boring, so just bear with us.
Okay.
We just gotta do this for the public record and for the recording and it's just a for the public as a whole. All right, so the applicants on today's date, which is 12/18, can open this. Can I trade payment with you, Mr. Steele? Thank you. So.
That one's the public mind back.
Okay. 12, 18, 25. Apply for the shoreline permit to remove 175 square feet patio and relocated these 175 square feet as a screen porch structure. The application was presented to the planning board on 12/18/2025. And these findings of fact and conclusion of law were developed in conjunction with consideration of the permit application. Conclusions of law based on the application materials, testimony, statements, evidence, documents, and other materials submitted to it. And the above findings of fact, the Belgrade Planning Board finds that the project is permitted, which is where the principal structure in the 15A under section 14, table 1, on the ordinance, and further makes the following conclusions based on the applicable provisions of section 16D of the ordinance.
Sarah,
Yes,
date we just said it was, we will give them this is 12/11. What do you think?
well,
It was received to me 12/11, but it's received to you 12/18, because you're looking at.
today, yeah,
Okay,
the findings of fact are today.
gotcha.
Thank you. So will maintain safe and healthy conditions. The board found that this standard was met based on public records and submittals. From now on, that's gonna be known as PRAS. So we're gonna vote on that. Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Surgeon,
Yes.
Mr. Shield,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yeah.
And me, Sarah Langet, is 5 yes, 0 no's.
Get that.
So the board approved that, number 1. Number 2, will not result in water pollution, erosion, and or sedimentation to surface waters. The board found the standard was met based on PRAS. Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Surgeon,
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander, and me, and Sarah, and myself, Sarah Langet, is 5 in favor, none opposed. Will adequately provide for disposal of all wastewaters. The board found this standard was met based on PRAS. Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Surgeon.
Yes.
Mr. Seal,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander, and Mr. Langes, 5 in favor, none opposed. Will not have an adverse impact on spawning grounds, fish, aquatic life, bird and other wildlife habitat. The board found this standard was met based on PRAS. Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Surgeon.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
And Mr. Langes is five in favor, none opposed. We conserve shore cover and visual as well as actual point of access to inland waters. The board found this standard was met based on PRAS. Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Surgeon.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander. And Mr. Langes, five in favor, none opposed. We protect archaeological and historical resources as designed in the comprehensive plan. The board found this standard was met based on PRAS. Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Surgeon.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander. And Mr. Langes, five in favor, none opposed. Will avoid problems associated with floodplain development or use. The board found this standard was met based on PRAS. Mr. Sakara.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Mr. Seal.
Yes.
Mr. Surgeon.
Yes.
So, and Mr. Langes is five in favor, none opposed. All right. It is in conformance with provisions of section 15 land use standards. The board found the standard was met based on the evidence in the record and further as follows. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna vote at the end, we're gonna determine which of these items are applicable, and then we will vote at the end. Okay, minimum lot size standards, applicable. Principal and accessory structures, applicable. Campgrounds, NA. Individual private campsites, NA. Commercial and industrial uses, NA. Parking areas, NA. Roads and driveways, NA. Signs, NA. Stormwater runoff, applicable. Septic wastewater disposal systems, NA. Essential services, NA. Mineral exploration and extraction. You got gold there? NA. I always go through it. Agriculture, NA. Timber harvesting and land management roads, NA. Clearing or removal of vegetation for activities other than timber harvesting, NA. Hazardous trees, storms, damaged trees, or dead tree removal, NA. Exceptions to clearing and vegetation removal requirements, NA. Vegetation requirements. We're going to require them to revegetate
Small section.
where
Yeah.
that patio was,
Where the patio
So that's that.
will be removed.
so that's applicable. Erosion and sedimentation control. Applicable,
Yes, with, it's related to the same thing.
Yeah.
okay? Shoreline stabilization.
No.
No. Soils, NA. Water quality, applicable. Historical and archaeological sites, NA. Resource protection, NA. So we have that this standard was met based on the evidence of minimum lot size, principal and accessory structures, stormwater runoff, revegetation requirements, erosion and sedimentation control, and water quality. So now we're gonna vote. Mr. Sakara,
Yes.
Mr. Sargent, Mr. Shield,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander, and Mr. Rangel is 5 in favor, none opposed. We're very close here. Conditions of approval needed to meet required Belgrade Shoreline Zone Ordinance findings in section 16D. Number 1, management stormwater runoff. Oh,
Like, cause of the last name. Is what you're saying,
yes, you read my mind.
put it in the.
So, this board last time, we decided and moving forward from the last meeting, we're gonna require a stormwater management plan. We don't wanna go,
Here's my suggestion for what it's worth.
sure,
I suggest that we continue with our longstanding past practice of doing it by condition today. And explain, since Mr. Fran is a frequent flyer, what the new requirement is going forward, because I think we have an obligation to tell people
Yep.
that
we
how
prepare.
we have done it in the past is changing because of legal requirements. And rather than just abruptly
But
change.
the reason why we didn't do that last time is because it was such a sensitive case.
Yeah, well, and
It was a big object.
legally sensitive, yes, and also, I mean, the fact of the matter is that's what the ordinance says, and we've tried to navigate and make it easier on everybody, including ourselves, by you doing it by, well, this is my take.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, I agree.
Sure.
By doing it by a condition
Yeah,
of
I have no
approval,
problem moving forward.
and ensuring that it was enforceable by
Right.
I myself, I still, in my mind, wonder if we should run through our lawyer that objection and how it was posed and how we proceeded in the sense that I think the board, in order to, all of us, in order just to not create a storm in a cup of water, just accepted the objection and compromised to move forward in that direction, but for the general or common resident of Belgrade, this is something that has been done in goodwill. Yeah, putting this as a condition of approval.
Oh, very much so, yeah.
It's we are sharing out the goodwill of the board and our ability to make this procedure palatable for our residents and easier for our residents because of an objection. Maybe the thing to do moving forward is to change the ordinance, doing a ordinance amicable change to follow this in.
So this,
Sure.
if I recall correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, also applies to the soil erosion control plan when one would be required, necessary.
We do for one, we should do it for the other.
What's that?
We do for one, we should be doing it for the other.
Yeah, and so, an alternative way of approaching this is, again, tonight, continuing with our past practice, and continuing, and so for soil erosion control, that's our heavy reliance on the DEP, certified excavation contractor. They know what is required to meet the best management practices. And then we take some time to figure out how we're gonna transition to these, to requiring these plans. Because one of the thoughts I had is, for a lot of people, not Doug, but for when a landowner just comes in here, and I apologize for taking your time on this subject, but we may want to come up with a sort of a prototype prototype plans.
We've done that already. Got that.
We have that already?
You're like an erosion control plan, a sample erosion.
Yeah, and that's right, you did something, right?
Yeah.
But we don't have anything for stormwater.
No.
So maybe Rich, you could resurrect. I hate to,
Yes,
it's kind
that's
of
all right.
embarrassing that I forgot that, but.
Maybe
Don't we have that in a handout that we give? Can I explain what's going on? So
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no, somebody should, yeah.
Alright, so normally in a condition, we pass out a pamphlet with the stormwater best management.
Yeah, I have that. I'm a DEP certified.
But now. Since our last meeting, what's gonna be required, because it actually says it in the ordinance and it's been brought to our attention. To legal. Whatever, doesn't matter, but now you're gonna have to. Present that to us,
Okay,
so basically.
instead of just following the guidelines.
Instead of just following the guidelines, you're gonna have to put that in your application,
Okay,
which is basically our guidelines.
right, okay.
So you're just gonna have to give that to us.
Yeah.
Even though we give it to you, you're gonna have to give it back to us. And, so basically, that's all we're talking about with the
Yeah.
storm management thing. So
Makes sense.
tonight, we're just gonna go the way we normally go.
Okay.
But in the future, until we figure this out.
Yep.
You're gonna have to include that in your packet.
Will do.
Spread the word.
So, let me throw this out. I just wanna make sure that this board's not gonna get in any peril for this, minor hiccup. Would it be acceptable to you, so we do it as a condition of approval and we added that, in a very, simple way, you will write a little note or statement saying that.
I can submit that to Hans, no problem.
That, I'll appreciate that so very much.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah, thank you so very
You're
much.
welcome.
So I wanna include that in here that, contractor will submit in writing a brief of what's gonna be done for management stormwater plan. And contractor, something, it doesn't have to be more than
Sorry.
3 sentences,
Right,
That's all you need is
With
your
the office,
right.
but no, Hans, thank you for your time, tonight, I appreciate the permit, here's the requirement from the, planning board to, comply with the storm management plan, which is gonna be, we're gonna do it drip line,
Yeah.
done. You will.
Now that Doug knows, that's half of all our applications, so. So the majority of the.
Yeah, I mean, Doug does it every job anyway, so.
Yeah.
It's part of his standard practice.
Have we renovated our application to include that? So
Yeah, no, we'll have to. Do that as well.
who, at the plan board?
Well, we'll need to talk with Hans and at some point. Because. At a minimum, we need to clarify what we mean by footprint, which from what are we talking about? Or what square footage are we talking about? I should say that it's footprint though.
I'm just thinking if it was on an application,
All right.
we wouldn't run into this.
So then the other condition is this the one that's applicable, the number 2 one? On the 100 feet? For all construction projects located within the 100, that's not in the 100-foot mark, is it? Or it is?
Yes, it
It is, okay, so I'm gonna read this up. For all construction projects located in the 100-foot, 100 horizontal feet of the normal high water line of a great pond, or 75 feet from the wetland or other water body, and located in wooded vegetation. The project shall comply with the clearing and vegetation removal performance standards of section 1502 of the ordinance. This shall include the protection of existing vegetation under 3 feet in height, ground cover plants, and leaf litter and layer which makes up the forest floor. The covering or filling of the forest floor with project excavation materials and other fill not specifically included in the permit application and approved by the planning board or the CEO is prohibited. Incidental damage to vegetation and the forest floor during approved construction shall be remediated in accordance with the requirements of section 15R5 and 6 prior to the occupation or the use of the permitted structure. The CEO shall be informed upon completion of the planting of wood vegetation and restoration of the forest floor. This condition of approval does not apply to projects approved or located in the resource protection zone where different ordinance requirements do apply. So that said, we're gonna board.
Is that applicable here?
But they're within the 100 foot mark.
But it's not in the woodland.
Not gonna,
It talks about vegetation.
But it's already,
I mean,
it does apply, but it's already landscaped, so
yeah,
they're not gonna do that anyways. There's no place to fill in.
and
So I should not check it in there.
You should.
I should. Okay. All right, so we're ready to approve.
and we have a project specifics condition for approval we need to come up with too, and I have a suggested language to put up the flagpole, see what people think.
Okay,
The area where the existing patio is to be removed shall be planted in vegetation prior to the completion of the proposed spring porch. Does that work for you?
I guess I gotta think through that as far as prior, just for access. There's more access around that side of the house because it's tighter.
So are
I
you
would
think,
prefer that it be at the conclusion.
Just leave
what
one
is your
down.
timing on this project?
This spring.
The spring?
Yeah.
So what if?
I mean, it'll be done it will happen pretty much in conjunction with each other,
Right,
but access will kind of be going through that area for construction, so I wouldn't wanna
before.
revegetate that and then.
how about we just say by September 15th?
Sure.
Is that agreeable to everybody? So
okay,
2026, just so that there's a deadline.
Yeah.
So it would read, the area where the existing patio is to be removed shall be planted with vegetation by September 15th, 2026.
Can I make a suggestion to that, in case it doesn't happen this spring, could we say something to the effect of within 3 weeks of completion of the structure? So it's done immediately after.
Yeah.
Just in case it doesn't.
Yeah.
Before use of
Yeah.
the new structure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Gotta be native species, so can't use the type of bluegrass.
Matt Rothger does all that stuff. He's so good. I don't.
Yeah, because before completion, you
It's
just leave
amazing.
one nail out. Done.
So, so now it would read, the area where the existing patio is to be removed shall be planted with vegetation before use of the boats screen.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna write these down, just bear with me.
Say it out loud and I'll put it in the minutes if you want it
Okay,
in the minutes.
sure,
Do you want it in the minutes?
yeah,
Okay.
the area where the existing patio. Is to be removed. Shall be planted. With vegetation. Before use of the proposed screen structure, screen porch. Works,
Works for me.
all right. Any other conditions of approval? I hear none. So, so now we're gonna proceed to voting for the entire findings of fact and conclusion of law. So based on the above findings of fact and conclusion of law on 12/18/25, the town of Belgrade will be voting or is voting to approve the shoreline permit of Hallett and Carl. With
26, you said? Or 25, right?
25, yeah. Did I say 26?
That's all.
I'm on my head, I think you're ahead.
We're close.
Yeah. As at the meeting of 12/18/25. Develop these findings of fact and conclusions of law of the same date. So we are voting, Mr. Carl,
Yes.
Mr. Sergeant.
Yeah.
Mr. Seer,
Yes.
Mr. Alexander, and Mr. Langet is 5 in favor, none opposed. So, congratulations, you got your permit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're really welcome.
And for all the work. Wow, you guys put it in.
Well, I have you on Zoom. Can you guys hear us, or it's hard to listen?
It's okay.
It's okay.
We can listen to you perfectly.
Oh,
Oh,
But
good.
I did Zoom at the meeting, the select board meeting last Tuesday. And I could hardly follow the conversation here. So I don't know if it's something that we need to do with the owl here.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking you if you hear me like mumbling?
Not really, especially when you're talking right at it. It's
It's
very
easier
clear.
when you talk right at us, it's easier to hear.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. So, here we go, Mr. Rasmussen will take care of the permit for you.
Great.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you so much. Take care. Happy holidays.
Same with you.
There, I'm gonna pass around. This is the samples erosion control plan that we put together, Roy, and there's
Oh.
also a sample site plan that Georgia put together. You know that because of Craig Wilby.
You haven't, hold on to those for this long?
Yeah, so,
Thank you.
so I suppose what remains then is a stormwater management plan, whether we come up with a template or another example, sort of like what you've already done for soil erosion control, and I've already done for a site plan. I mean, that was intended, at least the site plan part, I guess both of them were intended to be handed out to the applicant so that they could have it.
Yeah, I have no idea where the originals are of either one of them.
Well, I think they're still part of the application. They're all
Okay. So people are getting it.
I want you to put this in the record. Yeah, you guys made this in that, and almost exactly to 6 years, December 5th of 2019.
Just before COVID.
Just before COVID,
About the
right?
time of it.
That's fine.
I mean, I would be willing to put together a draft example of a stormwater management plan, or a template. I'm not sure which would be more appropriate for, they could be also added to the application form.
You know, just say we should have something if we're gonna make people do it.
Well, and I mean, for somebody like Doug, he doesn't need our template. He knows what, right, to put in a short letter or whatever onto the application, but I mean, we get what percentage, but probably half of our applications are the landowner themselves, submitted by the landowner.
Yeah.
And, so having a template might make it easier. Something they'd have to sign though, so they know that we're serious about it.
Yeah, I'd say go ahead.
Was that?
Yeah, I'd say go ahead. Say something up.
I'll second
We'll approve it.
Okay.
Or, I do what I'm with it.
Yeah.
Very good.
Appreciate it so much.
I think I'm gonna scoot out.
Yeah.
I'll see you
Yeah.
tomorrow. Crazy. Next week, yeah. Holiday party, right?
Well,
Yeah,
got a lot going on.
good. Thank you all. Have a good holiday.
You too.
Take care. Good to see you all.
So, so now everybody's have that. We all have a copy of it, Mr. Baker. I emailed everybody with it. I took a picture of it, so
Oh.
we all have it now.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. All right, so next, will be response to memo regarding legal advice from the town attorney on the no-mo. We got a copy of that. I think everybody got it. You wanna elaborate on that, Mr. Seal?
I don't want to elaborate on it. I
Simple.
mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It definitely sounds like, if, we have the latitude, to require a no-mow, buffer if we so choose, as an amendment to the ordinance. The legal latitude, that is, I have to admit, I was a little surprised, actually. So, you know, if somebody's putting an addition on an existing camp. And they have nothing but lawn, you know, down to the lake, if we so chose, we could require a buffer along the entire. You know, frontage along the lake, according to this.
No, that's not the way I said that. We could put it in the ordinance, so it'd have to go to a town vote.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely, I just meant,
Yeah.
we would have the there's nothing to prevent us from
Yeah,
amending the ordinance through the normal process,
correct,
if we so chose.
yeah, and I kind of figured that anyways, because we can, as it said, we can go more stringent.
Yeah, see, I thought. What he was gonna tell us is, okay, if they're, you know, they're putting an addition on the side of a camp. No, your jurisdiction is only to deal with the runoff or associated with that. Addition, that's what I thought the answer was gonna be, obviously I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, he didn't really elaborate either. Why
Well,
he
he-
could do that.
He was very adamant for us to remember that we can propose that as a change in ordinance. But if 2 years go by, and this wooden road there, they lost the ability to mow it down.
So my question is, how long are we gonna deal with it before we vote on it, and talk about where we're gonna go?
Didn't we vote it down already? We voted.
No, we only voted to. Not kill the idea. Well, basically,
You voted on what they proposed as written, and that was
On the 20, on
that
the,
was defeated.
yes, on the 30 feet,
right, we defeated what was written,
yeah,
but we had a second vote.
to have.
That we would continue working on it, and that passed.
Mm.
And
Not unanimous.
not
Yeah.
unanimously, right, neither
Right.
one, and so, yeah, it was 3-2. And the, I just as a matter of fairness or whatever, would seem to me, when we have a final vote, it should be when the Lakes and Natural Resources Committee people are here.
I'm fine with that, but I'm wanting to get this wrapped up.
Yeah, no, I agree,
Yeah, so I'm fine with notifying them.
yeah, so,
That's,
This
that will be the
here,
end, the end of February,
I know.
January.
January 22nd.
Yeah.
They will be here. So that's decided, all right?
One, sorry.
Right.
Say one thing that, this raises the question from the attorney. We've always looked at when somebody, say, builds a garage. For standard requirement is for them to, do some stormwater management, which we always use the crushed stone or whatever kind of thing. And I think we've always taken the position that we can only address the garage. And does this thing could it imply that we have the ability to do the same thing on other buildings that are on the lot already that don't have?
Yeah, a whole lot.
Well, this is just saying we can change our ordinance,
right,
it's not.
Yeah, it was
Well,
a change,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a change to the whole.
So if you come into any permit, this is saying that you have to go to a no-mow zone.
Yeah, well, I
So
know
it's
that. I was
not-
just wondering whether we even had the ability to, through ordinance, say you gotta deal with the other ones that's because you're. We have, whether we even wanted to begin going there.
Well, you see, that's a big problem with this is you come in, put a dormer on, next thing you know, you have a friggin' no-mow zone. For a dormer.
well, or same with Rich's, analysis, that if you come in for a dormer on an existing structure, you know. Is it fair for the planning board to require stormwater management on the entire, you know, existing structure? I think the answer is, though, to your question, is that this says that we could, again, if we chose to amend the ordinance, we could.
And I wasn't, at that suggestion, we go there, I just wondered whether, if we did. Whether it's legal, I think it would be legal.
That's what he's saying.
You change the ordinance, but anyway, we're not dealing with that, I guess.
I think if you go to this no mow zone idea, you're gonna give the town another black eye. Because it's gonna be in the ordinance. And who's gonna be able to enforce all these projects over time?
Okay, so
And
that,
then everybody's gonna say, oh, look, there's another ordinance they're not enforcing.
so I guess my thought
Vote on
is,
that one, just vote on it now.
no. I think when we talk to the natural resource community coming up, I think my thought in this whole thing, because it's for people that are really into this thing, is wonderful. We went to that, we went to that site visit, and the thrill from the members of the natural resource Lake and Natural Resource Committee was very high. We can propose to put it in the ordinance as an option, as a reminder of people come here, and listen, by the way, you, we want to remind you that you are allowed to do a normal zone
No,
if you want to.
The ordinance is rules, not options.
no, there's no options, there's, don't clutter the ordinance. It's difficult enough as it is. So either it is or it isn't.
So my question to you is somebody out of town from, that grew up in the city come here and they wanna add a bedroom to their camp and whatnot. And they come here and they go through all this and they don't have a clue what, that they can do a normal zone.
They can do whatever they want on their property, it doesn't mean they have to be forced to be.
I didn't say that they're gonna be forced to it, I said
Well,
that
if we put it in the ordinance, it's forced.
they have, I said that if we put that in the ordinance, will be like, when we are wrapping up the permit. So, oh, by the way, just part of our duties as a planning board is to remind people that they can do a normal zone if they chose to.
Yeah, but not in the ordinance, that's cluttering the ordinance with, you can do whatever you want. If you choose to plant a forest in front of your camp, you can do it.
We know that,
So why do we wanna clutter our ordinance with all the options of whatever they can do?
because the
No,
natural.
Sarah,
Let me,
come on.
let me finish. This group have put a lot of work and effort and researching this.
There's tons of information out there for whatever anybody wants to do. Now, it doesn't belong in our ordinance, a suggestion doesn't belong in our ordinance is law. Not suggestions,
We have to get off.
alright, well, no, don't, just move on,
Can I
we
say?
got some other shit.
Well, we're downloading this.
Can
Okay.
I just say something?
Sure.
You know, another way, to approach it is, rather than, they're trying to approach it town by town. They go to the various towns and suggest that the change, the town, the change.
You want them to go to the state?
They're going to Rome. And they may be going to Smithfield, they may be going to Oakland, I don't know. Now, what about down by Demascota? They gotta go down to Demascota, down by town and propose it? Well, yeah, if you're gonna, so then you get into the Fairness Act, it's different in different watersheds, this and that. Well, I think if they wanna make the change, go to the state, you go to the legislators and go through the process. And the legislature makes the decision, yes or no, right? They say yes, wait a minute. That's how laws are changed.
Okay, I understand. I just
Right.
gotta tell you the end story of that.
But doing it that way, it's a lot more effort, but it's fair, you got the rest of the state, you got the southern part of the state, you got the northern part of the state. So we're gonna make rules just for one half of Great Pond. What about,
But it's appropriate here in the sense that we are a lake
that's
community.
where I'm coming from.
Well,
I haven't said too much about it, but that's what I'm thinking.
But if you make it state law, then half the town here are gonna just ripped out crazy because the state's telling us what to do with our land. So, that's the reason why I guess it's probably going to towns that have a big watersheds. Because they just wanna, provide that to the community as an option of things to do. Not that it's gonna happen in every law, but as an option. And, how we create awareness, they just wanna create awareness, not to make it a rule, but to create awareness of that, of the opportunity for it.
There is a making it a rule, but,
I'm not gonna make it a rule, I can tell you that. But I think it will be good to, as people come here, make an awareness that they can do that. I certainly, I'd be all for that, Mrs. Morel.
Thank you. Wasn't it my understanding that the legislature asked the towns to look at this, so Lorna, at the Lakes and Natural Resources Committee
No.
tasked with this, no?
no, that was the select board member.
They approached the select board and kind of asked permission to be an advisory council for this type of stuff.
And I do plan on going to the select board and asking how long a charge lasts. Because we've been into this for 2 years now. And it's about time to end it. And, you know, it's not a forever thing,
Yeah,
so there's gotta be a time limit on it. I will be going to the select board and asking them when that time limit is.
Okay.
And it's already been 2 years,
and they
So-
come up with anything.
and we haven't come up with anything.
Good.
We actually, had, 3, suggestions that went into an ordinance last year. Out of this whole thing. They used to have a packet of a dozen of them, and this one is one of the last 9 that had not been touched. But with last March, we changed the ordinance. Between the Jones, court case that came down and we had to revoke the ordinance. We also passed, 3 things. Was the PBRs thing? I can't remember now, it was 3 things that was,
State law anyways.
well, it actually, after the fact. We did the voting and then that happened, but the bottom line was that, actually, we voted on 4 things. And Mary bundled them together. So I pledged with the select board to drop the one that was gonna be the one that will cause all 4 to be negated and not included. And we put it only the 3 that have more chances to pass, and it did pass. What were the 3 things that we passed? I can't remember. But they were actually very benign. So,
It came from
anyways,
Lakes and Natural-
so I guess we killed that one big time.
It came from Lakes and Natural Resources.
It did. It did. They, we are a community and, we have different things to take on things. And this group have put a lot of effort in all that research. We might not be leading the research as a group. We will think probably it's over the top, and we are entitled to opinions, and, we will, admit our, decisions on it, whether they like it or not, so that will happen. But, yeah, they have put a significant amount of time and effort in picking around all the expert research, and, it's valuable that we, consider it as much as we can. Not necessary to become part of the ordinance as a rule, but at least to put it out there as an education piece to the public, I would say, and they will have the options. They can do whatever they want. Close. So next thing. Is stable all business, certificate of occupancy, requirement.
that's gonna stay tabled, all that stuff, because I'm still gathering information on certificate occupancy, what other towns are doing,
Okay,
and. Trying to get MMA, I mean, to, seeing as it's in their. Manual for me to do. If they have a specific checklist of things they want. The life safety code 101, it's a national code. Is basically what it keeps coming back to. And it's about 17 items.
oh, wow,
Well, the carbon monoxide detector, I mean, that's part of the building code anyways. Like most police are already in the building code, I just verify that they exist. So we're gonna table that. All of section B. And. For discussion, the next piece of paper you got from Tom Daniels is an email.
mm.
But
So then the shoreline zone and the minimal size and the mobile home, all that's gonna be tabled. Okay, so now we're gonna go, do you wanna go right to discussions or we're skipping the minutes for a minute?
Going right to this paper. right here.
Okay,
this is a follow-up from last meeting, the battery storage facilities. We got this email from Tom Daniels, he wanted the planning board.
Who's that was Tom
That
Daniels?
was just an
Did he work for DEP?
Yeah, there was a Tom Daniels that
I
worked.
think it's the same one,
I think he is, he's,
He works at who?
the DEP.
They did or that?
Well, he did, I don't know if he still does.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he did.
So the biologist, wasn't he?
I kind of think so, but I think.
Anyway, you were saying,
so this is an email from him. Basically to the planning board, voicing his concerns, and I was thinking about. How we integrate this to our ordinance, and it might be easy, it's just. In the solar field area, put solar field and battery. Storage,
mm,
Either that or create another battery storage thing at some point.
yeah,
in the future.
I honestly don't know enough about what the issues are to say one way or the other, whether.
thing is batteries have a shelf life. And they're lithium, they're sulfuric acid, they're, Lord knows what they're gonna be made of.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I only know what you told us, Hans, and that, you know, fire is a concern, obviously, with batteries. I don't know if there's electric, like, with the transformers at solar facilities, you gotta be concerned about the electromagnetic field that they put out. And so we have a setback for that. On the solar thing, you know, I just don't know what the issues are.
Right. So this basically is an email being passed to you. At his request.
Yeah, and I think we need to be aware of it and, you know, if it starts happening, maybe even put a moratorium on it. Until we can, know.
He says here, if they're interested in discussing, I'd be happy to attend a regular scheduled meeting and make a recommendation. To public forum. So
Okay, so
we can invite him,
that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Come February or something.
so we'll plan on, see if we can get it for first meeting in
That would
February.
be
Yeah.
as good a place to start as any,
Yeah, so we can get some
rather
information.
than us
on it.
doing all kinds of research on our own.
Mhm.
Alright, I'll reach out to him.
Could we go back to the shoreline zone, pesticide fertilizers, possible, you know, the discussion of possible amendment regarding that. I believe the Lakes and Natural Resources Committee is gonna ask to be put on the agenda for the second meeting in January, so we'll be coming back to that at that time. And then the items with regard to minimum lot size ordinance that relate to, well, to everything really, but in particular, the LG 1829 and the two other housing laws, if people didn't see it, there was a email exchange that, Sarah had asked me to get involved in this, and because there's some grants available, and I don't have the time to mess with that, but but I had asked some questions, about, whether or not there would be technical assistance available to the planning board. Directly from Katie Cog, as it was 2 years ago when Grania worked with us. And Lorna forwarded those questions to Katie Cog, and Grania responded, and the answer is yes. We don't have to apply for a grant and hire a consultant, which I personally don't like the idea of myself, but I'd rather work with KB Cog than myself, but we need to have a discussion about that at some point, and make a decision about whether or not we want, because it's just like last time, it's, you know, first come, first serve their services. And apparently they already have a waiting list.
Oh, my God.
My thoughts are, do we really need much of a discussion, or could we have just decide that tonight? It's just.
Well, we could,
Worked before and.
We want to vote to, request KB Cog, services?
yeah, I mean, I think. I don't remember exactly how it went down last time. I assume Lorna probably
Well,
made the request and.
Oh.
As a member, you know, as a municipal member,
It's one of my thoughts. I don't know what everybody else is thinking, but I certainly don't think that if we've got somebody locally that's gonna help us and they helped us last time, why even go the grant route? If somebody's writing up a grant, there's no guarantee they're gonna do any better than KV Cog.
well, and the other thing is the grants for towns that have select board and town, I should say town meeting form of government as we do, rather than a town or city council, is limited to $10,000. You're not gonna get much for $10,000 from a consultant. Is my opinion.
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right.
Well, I'm all fine with people calling.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
why we
good.
bother going to grant line. Seems like to be on renovation.
Yeah, well, it's summer. Get it too.
We've got to align the state. Again,
It's just gotta
our
go.
role taken away. But maybe Cog's capable of helping us with that.
Yeah.
We need a motion for that, and
Well,
let's proceed,
yeah, I'll
send an email.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that, we request, the town manager to, to request technical assistance from KV Cog to assist the planning board with compliance with the state's new housing laws.
And so we have a motion from Mr. Steele and a second from Mr. Alexander. Any further discussion? No. Mr. Sakara?
Yes.
Mr. Surgeon?
Yeah.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander? And myself, Sarah, is 5 in favor, not opposed. So we're gonna be looking for that request to ask for help from KB Cog. So is that something that I need to send a note to Lorna? Yeah,
While we're on that minimum lot size ordinance changes,
yeah,
those first two things are basically eliminating verbiage that's in the ordinance. You wanna talk about that real quick? And you know, the first item is the setback from right of way. We've got two standards. One says 1.5 times the height of the structure, the other says 0.5 feet. And I believe some people thought that was already eliminated, the 1.5 times the height.
Sure.
I thought it was one, yeah.
So
We voted on that. But
we need to submit that since it wasn't removed. We need to resubmit it to the town for vote.
sure.
Okay. So that's an easy one to draw up. And the second one is eliminating 100-foot setback from roadways for your minimum lots. Again, that was, I believe, supposed to have been eliminated some years ago and it wasn't.
I thought so, yeah.
So again, that's another one that needs to be resubmitted to the town and. Had the ordinance added, So there's two quick, easy fixes.
Which ones are they, Hans?
They're on the minutes, the first two items. Under minimum lot size.
Okay, the first two, section 5A and B. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So what was our 100 foot setback, did build 100 feet in the road?
Yeah. All three structures under the 100 foot in the road. And. Some non-conforming lots, that's not possible. George's house, I think.
Yeah, I'm in violation.
Right, so we're gonna proceed with the approval minutes.
So there was no action taken on those, on that recommendation, Hans?
George, did you wanna copy and paste some stuff for that, or you want me to do it? I'll do it, okay.
Well, that's fine.
There's not gonna be drawn black lines to it.
So are you gonna make
I'll produce it for next meeting.
a proposal? Is it,
Yes, yeah, I'll have a draft.
okay, for the next meeting, or do you wanna say?
Yes, next meeting.
Okay.
Okay, so we're looking at the minutes. Ready? Okay. So any changes, any amendments?
I have something,
Oh,
on the second page, first paragraph. When it says the discussion highlighted the importance of considering both footprint and floor area in the decision making process as per the ordinance. I thought we came to the conclusion floor area was not a consideration. I know that's the argument the attorney made. But it was just square footage footprint, not ordinance. I mean, not floor area. And our ordinance doesn't
Use for it.
use floor area. Kind of reads like.
The definition is there. Yeah, the definition is there, but we don't use it.
We do need to delete that at some point. Because it, as in this case, it's making things confusing.
Mhm.
But I just, for the minutes, I don't want it to, it kind of reads as if we agreed that floor area was part of the decision making and that the ordinance,
Yeah, well, the ordinance clearly doesn't,
yeah.
you know, I mean, it's
But I mean,
still a
that's-
question as to whether we still need to consider it because of the Supreme Court decision.
Right.
But this is about the ordinance, the
Which, you know,
statement.
where it says as per the ordinance.
Whether
Yes.
that's use or not is the same thing. The second structure is way smaller than the first one.
So how should it read?
I would just scratch that
Eliminate
from
the-
the to occupancy.
Where?
On the second bit where it's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to the board too, but I would just scratch that whole sentence out.
The discussion highlighted
Yeah,
from there, the rest of the paragraph?
yeah,
Is that agreed by everybody?
or you could change, switch it up if you want, but.
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
So like that.
I have one item on page one, and it's the paragraph after, who was in attendance, first. Since that was about the Jones application, I think that paragraph needs to be moved under A. So it's the first item between, right above discussion. And I think we need to provide some rationale for why the regular member Craig was able to continue in the proceedings. And so I would add at the end of that paragraph, the regular member had reviewed the application materials and prior meeting video.
The regular member had reviewed,
The application materials
yeah,
and prior meeting video,
okay, yeah.
so that an issue can't be made of thinking about this going to the field board and then, you know,
So you want that whole paragraph moved
that would be my suggestion. Between,
before discussion under A?
correct,
Gotcha,
since it relates exclusively to the Jones application.
right, yeah. I wondered about that when I did it. So the regular, membership had, the regular member had reviewed the application materials and prior meeting video.
So
Thank you.
can we go to page 2? You know what I mean? So, you suggested to eliminate a full sentence there. However, during the meeting, this happened in the sense that I would say that discussion highlighted the opportunity of considering both footprint and floor area in the decision-making process. I would not say as part of the ordinance. That was drill.
But the point is, this is the discussion amongst the board. That was the attorney. We didn't, I didn't get to walk away from that we, you know, took it into consideration. We kept telling them it has nothing to do with floor area. You can keep saying floor area all the time, but as far as what the board was talking, we came to the conclusion, it's not in the ordinance, so you gotta scratch at least per the ordinance.
Yeah, no, that, I will agree with that.
But I didn't think we even took it into consideration. We told them,
But-
floor area has nothing to do with this. It was part of a discussion, but not the board's discussion.
Yeah, the board's discussion certainly did highlight the importance of considering both before, I think our discussion was the importance of not considering the
The floor area,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you could change it up if